Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Swig of Sauce. I want to start off by saying I apologize for last week about not posting a video. I've been going through a lot of personal things, of course, and I also want to wish everyone the best of luck going through this crazy time. I hope everyone's safe and their family's safe. Just please, guys, let's get through this together, right? All right, so I'm back on it, guys. Today we have another video, and it's going to be comparing a Taurus G2C with this P80 Glock 26 build. So it's not an actual Glock 26, but it's a build with all Glock 26 parts and pieces with a frame of the P80 frame and a aftermarket slide, and I'll get into it. But yeah, guys, so before starting, of course, let's check the magazines and the chambers of the firearm, and we'll get right on to the video of a comparison between these two very well-known firearms. So first one is the Taurus mag. Yellow follower means it's empty, of course, and nothing in that chamber. Cool. And here, over here, check that orange follower, empty, and chamber is also empty. All right, so everyone at home is probably feeling safe now. There's no rounds up in this video, so let's start off, I guess, with the Taurus G2C. I know you guys are big fans of my Taurus G2C if you're already viewers of the channel. I want to thank everyone for appreciating this build. Also, if you hate it, then there's nothing I can do about that, but this is my first baby, and I always will remind people that. This is the one that got me into guns, guys, so always will love it. But Taurus G2C, so if you look at this and you look at that, they're both pretty different compared to a lot of the stock firearms, of course, because I like to customize or change up the look of my firearm. But this is a very, very great starting off firearm due to the reason that it is affordable. And as you can see, all the parts that are on this firearm, from the guide rod to the sights, the trigger, that little weird backplate, everything that's on this, I've found and added onto it. It's taught me a lot about firearms, just to go into and researching. This firearm has basically taught me everything I needed to know, and then I applied that towards every other firearm. So Taurus G2C comes with your 12 round standard magazines. You can get two. There are a lot of magazine options out there. I have other videos on my channel that kind of explains extended magazine options and things like that for this, but today, like I said, I'll be comparing the two. I don't know if this would be a good comparison video because this is a much more affordable firearm than this one, but they're in the same class, and I had experience with both of them, so I want to share that too. But yeah, Taurus, this is a like $200 firearm. I think it's sub $300. I'm not sure the price right now, but I know you guys can find this bad boy for such a good price. And don't mind my small hands. All these firearms would look bigger in my hands, but these are all sub-compact size. So, therefore the everyday carry and a good amount of capacity. And I'll get to this in a second. But for $200 or under $300, such a great firearm. You basically get like a safety, any standard slide release, not bad. You don't have to change any of this. And then on here you have to like take down like a Glock, so let me take that down for you. The takedown, basically you have to hold downwards, pull the slide back a little bit, fire your trigger, and release. I don't think you have to fire your trigger. Let's do that one time. Yeah, you do. You have to fire your trigger and it'll come out. So of course, make sure you're checking that chamber if you're messing around with your firearm to be safe. But it takes down really quick, just like a Glock. So if you guys, are in love with the Glock takedown because it's easy for cleaning and access, then the G2C for that price is amazing. This is the Glock 26 build, basically. You probably can't find something like this in stores, but you can build something like this. But it's built after the Glock 26, basically. The size of the frame and everything. Even the internals and everything fits for the Glock 26. So if guys in here are like, well, I want the same Glock, unfortunately you can't have this unless you build it. So it gets a little tricky, but I feel like if you're getting into firearms, you can learn it. I started here and then I went all the way up to here. There's other firearms I have and build and things like that, but you know, this is pride and joy, something that I basically put together and now works. You know, me and my brother, actually, this is our first purchase, my first purchase. He went with me to the gun show, my first gun show, and this is the memory from that. So we got it, you know, all nice and spiffy. Got the stock sights just to let you know this is a Glock, but yeah. This is a standard capacity 10 round. This is standard 12, but there's a bunch of options for the Glock 26. That's the beautiful thing about it, I believe, is the capacity options. You can have 10 round. This is a 12 round here from PMag. So 12 rounds from PMag. This basically is the same thing as this Taurus mag, but you have like a bunch of options that's affordable and easy to find. So a lot of people go for Glocks because of that. A lot of aftermarket support and parts and pieces, easy to find. Magazines are everywhere, also easy to find. With Taurus, a little more tricky, so it's kind of like, you know, it's available, but it's just very limited. There's like not a lot of spots selling Taurus aftermarket parts. Glock just has a big name, so they will have a lot of that aftermarket support. So if you're going into, you know, purchasing a firearm, let me take this down too. Same type of takedown. But if you're going into purchasing a firearm, you want to always make sure that, you know, is it easy to maintain? Is it reliable? Is it a firearm that, you know, people know about? Because getting into a gun, I know nowadays, you just want to grab something that's affordable, but also gives you your bang for your buck. So this is just the side-by-side of the frame comparison. As you can see, pretty similar. The Taurus is a little thinner. They're both like polymer frames. This one's a little wider. The Glock 26 is a little wider. They both fit in my hand perfectly. This one has a little bit more of a drop for me. You do definitely need a magazine in this for it to feel more comfortable. This one I could kind of fit my hand on here. But again, guys, you know, my hands are very tiny, so do not model them after my hands. I apologize, but I can't do anything about them. There's no growth pill for my hands. But yeah, Taurus is skinnier, lighter frame. Actually, they're kind of like the same weight. I feel like this could be lighter. Yeah, this has more metals on it, the rails and things. But skinnier frame, a little thicker, but shorter. So it just depends on preference, I guess. This would probably be more comfortable in the front waistband. You know, carrying it from the front. This would be much more comfortable. This, you can do it too, but it's a little bulkier. So it just depends on what you want to give up. But I already know for price-wise, Glock 26, like a standard OEM Glock from the gun store, your local FFL, they'll run for around like $550 on average, $550 usually, or $600. I can't be sure for 100% because there's a lot of different generations. You can probably find a trade-in Glock right now, I think, for around like $300-400. There's nothing wrong with trade-in Glocks. Honestly, if you find a good Glock for a good price, just pick one up. You know, you'll be happy with it, just because of the aftermarket support and magazine support that you can find with ease, you know, online. Something like this, you had to put a little bit more time to, but if you want to save the money up front, yeah, for $200, you can definitely put a lot of stuff on it, find a lot of things. Magazines, just to let you guys know, in this video, the G3s that are out, those magazines, I believe, are 15 or 17 rounds. They'll work in this G2C. You also have options like the SIG P226 firearm. Their magazines work. Excuse me. The SIG P226 magazines will work inside here. So, you know, the aftermarket ones like MechGar, all on Gun Mag Warehouse. So if you guys need magazines, go Gun Mag Warehouse. Just look up SIG P226 magazines. It'll fit for the G2C. So that's just something to keep in mind if you guys want some, you know, side magazines to carry. If you didn't like 12 rounds only, you get 2 in the package, but if you didn't like it, that's an option. But let's put these bad boys back. All right, that's good. That's good. Yeah, and I know trigger safety, guys, of course, check that chamber before you're firing it, but I already know I have no rounds in it, so I just kind of pulled and fired the trigger, so don't, you know, hate me in the comments on there. But yeah, so overall, I mean, both are great firearms. They both feel good in the hand. They're almost the same size. Definitely, you know, you can find the same capacity or more out there. This is just cool to know that you do have capacity options. You have 32 round mags for it too. Same as this one, you know, it's just, this is easier to find. So overall, for 550 bucks, and then the solutions of finding anything you need later at an ease, I think that's a good price. The Taurus G2C goes for around $200, and the aftermarket support is not all there, it's limited, but you know, guys like me, Swig Sauce, and there's a lot of other guys that's on YouTube talking about the Taurus G2C because it's a very popular firearm, very reliable for the price. You know, guys like me will tell you where to get things if you need. I do this all out of love, so if you guys need like links and stuff, when I had the time, I will be commenting below. You can see from my track record, I've been trying to comment everybody below. I don't want to miss anyone, but it has been getting overwhelming. I want to appreciate everyone for always showing the love in the comments. I get so much comments in there, and I have a blast, you know, just replying to everyone. Good and bad comments, I don't mind. Just leave them below. But all right, guys. Today was just a quick, short video. Hope everyone's doing well in quarantine. Let's hope this epidemic clears through quick. But until next time, guys, I really appreciate you guys for stopping by. I'll be dropping videos every Sunday at 10 a.m. And please stay safe, take care. And if you enjoyed, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and stay safe, everyone. Peace out.